I also have meeting notes. I don't tend to use these for meetings. I tend to use this as just basic note paper. I will normally cover this piece with some washi tape and then just write whatever on there. Or if I am going to a meeting, I have plenty of blank ones so I can keep track, because I have meetings at the school where I need to remember what they've said about Ethan and his special education. I also have meetings with William in college because of his special education, and I have meetings with my neurologist and I have to keep track of what she said, and I have to keep basically anything like that. So I've got this in my work section because it could be that I've had a phone call with my boss. It could be that I need to have a meeting regarding my money or the taxes that I have to pay or anything like that. So I've just got that there so that if I do need to write anything down, at least it looks a bit more professional than just a scrap of paper. At least it's like an actual thing. The next bit is my blog. So I've got all my promotion work in here, what things I need to put on my blog, things I need to share, like my Instagram links and things like that. And this one, look, I'm doing that today. Record more YouTube videos. Yeah, this is going to be a really rubbish one. And for those of you that have not fallen asleep, thank you for watching. Yeah, I've got things in here like post more tutorials onto my blogs. Must, because they are really helpful sometimes. And I think if I did more of that, I might actually get more visitors to my blog like I did before when I was doing it. Which at the moment I'm getting like one visit every now and again. And it's not good. It's probably because I forget everything. Right, next bit. Ideas for things to do, like sending my cards and things to the reader galleries in magazines, enter more challenges online. Is this going to happen this year? Fingers crossed. This is my design team information. I've got 2 design teams at the moment. My wonderful Be Crafty girls, which I absolutely love, but I've been so poorly, I've let everybody down. I feel really bad about it, and I will be making up for it over the next few days. But yes, my DT for Be Crafty, I've been with them, it's nearly 2 years. I absolutely love them. I absolutely love the stamps, love the company, love the people that run the company. They are amazing. And I always get hugs when I go to the big stamping shows. Absolutely love them. And Paper Babe, I have been with Paper Babe since it would have been 2013. I met her at the NEC. I had planned to go to the NEC, and I always make myself a list of stalls that I want to visit. And this particular stall, the name caught my eye, and I thought, I've never heard of them. So I Googled them and found the most beautiful stamps I've ever seen in my life. And I thought, right, I have to go to that stall. I have to meet this person. I have to buy lots of her stuff because they were so pretty. And I did. I met her there. I bought some products from her that I just had to have, the ones that I'd seen. And then got chatting with her on Facebook, and she saw the way I was promoting for another DT at the time, and she asked me if I'd like to be on her team, and I've been with her team ever since. There was a little bit of a break for a while. It was like the end of my term at the time, and I took a little break. I stepped out of it, but then I jumped straight back in as soon as I felt well enough. Kim accepted me back with open arms, which was brilliant, and I love her, and I absolutely love everything she does. They both of these companies actually do mixed media as well as stamps, so I can't get bored because there's always something new. And both designers, Bev for Be Crafty and Kim for Paper Babe, they come up with the most amazing things. And I swear, I mean, I've been with companies before where it's always been a little bit samey, but with these 2 teams, it's never like that. Everything is so different, and so different to what you'd find on other shops. And I love them both. So I don't imagine myself ever leaving, and I really hope that they'll want me to stay, really. Yeah, so that's all in there for me to remember what I need to do, how many projects it is, when I need to post, etc, etc. The next section I've got is actually called my lists. And in here I've got films I want to watch. Because sometimes I forget. I see a film that's advertised at the cinema. I want to see it. I don't get to go, and then I forget what it was called. So I try to write them down so that when they come out on Sky or Netflix, I can go, oh, that's the one I wanted to watch. And then I can tick it off. Because otherwise I forget. And then I will see it years later and think, oh, I'm sure I wanted to see that. It sounds really ridiculous when I say it like that, but it's very, very true. If I don't write it down, I will forget. And the same when it comes to the books I want to read. This is only a small amount of the books that I have chosen to read this year. And I am trying really, really hard. So at the moment I've got an actual book. It's a paperback by Virginia Andrews, my absolute favourite author. And I've also got a Kindle book because I can't read with the lamp at night because I'll wake my hubby up. So I use my Kindle at night and I read on that. And the Kindle is actually on my phone. But I sit up with the light dimmed on my phone and I read a little bit every night with that. So either way, I'm reading one or the other. And I can keep track of 2 books, which is fine. The other books here, I've got to borrow some off of my daughter and my son. And I also had this one given to me by a friend, and because I loved the TV series, I wanted to read it, so it's on here. Once I finished reading these, I actually have over 1,000 books that I haven't read, and I feel bad because I have to have them when I see them and I'll buy them. I just don't always have the time to get round to actually reading them, so I am making a plan this year to add to this and read more, and hopefully one book every week until the end of the year. So that should be 52 books. So that's a good start for me, I think, and hopefully I'll be able to keep that up. I also keep track of the Netflix programs I'm watching, and it's going to sound really weird because I'm watching the same programs twice or 3 times at a time, because I started watching Once Upon a Time with Ashley and we're on season 6, but then Rebecca's like, I didn't get to watch it, so I started to watch it again and we're up to season 5. So I'm watching the current ones and then I go back and watch them again. But it's okay, and I'm doing the same with Vampire Diaries. I am actually up to season 8 on my own. Me and Ashley are up to season 7, and me and William, because he started watching it later, are up to season 6. I'm also watching Hemlock Grove, and I'm on season 3, which I should really finish watching, but I can only watch that one late at night because I can't watch it with the kids up. And Beverly Hills 90210, I've been watching it with Ashley, and it reminds me of so many stupid things because I used to watch the original one with my mum. So it's actually quite funny, but we're up to season 5 at the moment. And I will be updating with new Netflix programs once I decide what to watch. I did start watching The Shadowhunters. Absolutely hated it. The acting's terrible. Couldn't stand sitting watching it. I'd rather stick pins in my eyes, so I stopped watching that one. Next section I've got, I've called it Community, because it kind of is. It's Facebooky, pen pally, friends, that sort of stuff. So I've got here like things I need to make for my random acts of kindness presents, the parcels that I need to send to my friends because I send them like a regular gifty sort of parcel because I can. I also have my filing stuff on here, which is all like all the letters, the pen pal letters. I like to file them by name so that I know who's written back and things like that. And then I've also got my pen pal to-dos that I need to write to my pen pals ASAP. As I said, I keep all my addresses for that all in one place, and I won't ever open that online because it's other people's addresses. So I just keep an extra list inside my full-time planner just to remind me these ones need to be done. My next one is the home one. So this has got all my boring housework. So sorry, I swore. My friend Tina will go mad. Housework is a swear word. We tend to try and avoid it and spend all our time crafting, but sometimes it has to be done. So I have on here my boring jobs that I really should do, but I don't want to. So I've got like cleaning the skirting boards. Who really wants to be doing that? Cleaning the windows. And then I've also got an extra to do, which isn't really cleaning, it's just sorting mainly. It's like sort the children's book cupboards out because there's books they don't need anymore, like baby books. And also like tidying up the hall, which I did last night, yay. And fill up my charity bags because we donate all the old clothes, all the old toys, anything we don't want anymore. If it's valuable, we sometimes sell it, but most of the time it ends up going to the charity shops. There's 3 that we like to donate to. The main one is obviously St Clair's. Close to my heart, that one. So yeah, we often donate a lot to those, and the St Elizabeth Centre at Sailbotai, we give them so much as well. I mean, it's nice to give back sometimes, and in a way, it kind of helps them, but it makes you feel good because you're not just throwing things in the bin, you are actually helping somebody. And I know there's a lot of freebie sites and freebie this and freebie that and free cycle, but I found when I was doing that, it was always the same people. And I'd rather the charity shop got it, so at least they're getting something. And it helps them improve the lives of the people that they help, so I'd rather do it that way. Anyway, next, this is the weekday schedule that I am trying so hard to get all of us onto. So we've got the time that we're supposed to get up, 6:30. That's never going to happen. No, I'm joking. It used to, so we've got to try and get back to it. And then we've got the fact that the kids are getting ready for school, and then the children all leave the house before 8 o'clock because they all go to breakfast clubs, and then that gives me 8 till 9 o'clock to check my emails and things. And then I have 2 options from 10 until 3. I either go out to the post office if I need to. If not, then I can do all my DT stuff and blogging and sorting my selling pages out and things like that. Between 3 and 5, I should be prepping the dinner. I haven't been doing that. We've been doing a lot of quick chuck it in the oven and get it done because the kids are in and out with all different clubs. Ashley's on the swim team now, so it's like, oh my god. And there's just a lot of rushing around. So dinner's actually prep time till eating is always about 3 hours because you have one pop in, they've got to have dinner at a certain time, then someone else will pop in because they've finished a club at 5, and then another one of the children will come in at 7. So it's a case of whatever they can grab. The oldest 2 are brilliant because they do actually cook dinners now, which is really nice. So our dinner prep is either me or them between the hours of 3 and 5 or later. They normally eat between 5 and 6 if I'm lucky. Then between 6 and 7 is children and need to be quiet. There's no Xboxes, no phones, no computers, no toys, nothing. They are reading books, doing their homework, having showers, and generally chilling out before bed. Rebecca has to be in bed by 7, Ethan at 8, and the older 2 at 9 or 10, depending on if they're out at a group, because William goes to Air Cadets, which goes on till late, and Ashley does swimming, which involves her not getting home till 9 some nights. Then she's got to have dinner, and she can't go to sleep straight away after eating, so then from 7 to 11 I'm supposed to be working again, and then 11 o'clock I'm supposed to be in bed. Which doesn't happen because at the moment I don't sleep till 4, which is a nightmare considering I'm trying to get up at 6:30. So I'm trying to remind myself this is how it goes. This is the time I go to bed. This is the time I get woken up. And if hopefully by the end of a few weeks we should be able to be back into this routine, which was the routine I followed since the babies were actually born. Sorry, my camera battery was just telling me that it was running low, so I better hurry up. Right, so the next bit I've got things to do and design. So that's my stickers on my Cameo. I'm trying to design my own kind of insert, but it's